Very good morning, students. Welcome back to our new video of Social Studies, chapter number 3, Fields to Kitchen, part 3. In the last lecture, we covered types of agriculture and types of crops. In this lecture, we will cover the remaining topic of this chapter, that is journey of food and ways to preserve food, and also discuss the question answer session or question answer of this chapter. So let's start with the new topic, that is journey of food. Let us learn how different crops such as grains, fruits and vegetables reach our home from farmer fields. So in this we learn that different crops such as grains, fruits and vegetables, how they reach in our home from the farmer fields. So some grains, all fruits and vegetables cannot be stored for a long period. So there are some grains and all the fruits and all the vegetables we cannot store for a long period of time, because they will rot, means they can decay or destroy in a short period of time. We cannot store these all for a long period of time. So these crops are transported from the fields to the wholesale market. So all these crops such as fruits, vegetables, grains, these all crops are transported. It means shift from farmer fields to the wholesale market by means of transportation. So by tractor, bullock, cart, trucks, vans and trains. So these are all means of transport. With the help of these transport, the crops are transported. It means shifted from one place to another, from the field of farmer to the wholesale market. So fruits and vegetables are bought from different villages, cities and state. So these fruits and vegetables are brought from the different villages, different cities and different states, and sold in the wholesale market. Then it is sold in the wholesale market, and after that green groceries goes to the wholesale market. After selling in the wholesale market, the green grocery persons goes to the wholesale market. For what purpose? They buy these crops for further sale. They buy these crops for further sell them to the consumers. Who is consumers? Consumers are the final user of the product, or the person who use the product. So green grocery buy the products from the wholesaler and then it further sell to the consumer or the customer. However, wheat, rice, coffee, tea and some other crops are sent to the mills or factories. There are some other crops, they are sent to the mills or factories. For what purpose? For polishing and processing. These are then packed and transported to the wholesaler, retailer and other consumer outlets. After that, after the polishing and processing of the product, they are packed and then they are transported to the wholesaler. Wholesaler is a person who buy a large quantity, who buy a large amount of crops, and retailer buy from the wholesaler in a small quantity, and then retailers sell to the consumer as per consumer demand. So they are transported to the wholesaler, retailer and other consumer outlets. If you observe in the picture, the farmers packing the vegetables, and the person is a consumer who buying the vegetable from the retailer. Let's move ahead the next page, that is page number 33, ways to preserve the food. So these are here some ways are given to preserve the food. So how we preserve the food? Let's learn. To keep food item last longer, we can store and preserve them in a different ways. These are all different ways. With the help of these, we can preserve the food for a last longer. So start one by one. Number 1, cooling and freezing. Cold temperature prevents the growth of microbes in the food. Microbes are the small insect which we can see with the help of microscope. So cold temperature prevents the growth of microbes in food. Food like fish, meat, fruits and vegetables are preserved in very low temperature. These all foods are preserved in very low temperature, so it's prevent from the growth of the microbes in the food. Next, salting. Adding salt to raw food items help to prevent the formation of microbes. It means you have to add the salt in the raw food, so it's prevent from the formation of microbes. We can preserve food item like fish, chilies and lemons by salting them. It is easily preserved, these all food like fish, chilies and lemons, by salting them. Next, pickling. Pickling means food items such as mangoes, carrots and radish can be preserved by soaking them in a excess oil or vinegar. You all know what is pickle. So the food items such as mango pickle, carrot and radish, it's also preserved by the soaking them in a excess oil or vinegar. Next, making jam. Okay, this is also one type of one way to preserve the food, making jam. In this method, some fruits and vegetables are cooked and softened. So sugar is added and the mixture is boiled to a certain temperature. When it cools down, it is set to make a jam. We all know what is jam. We all eat in the jam. So in this method, the fruits and vegetables are cooked. First it is cooked and then it's become softened. After that the sugar is added and the mixture is boiled in a certain temperature. When it's cooled down, it's set to make a jam. Next, canning. It is a method of preserving food in which the food contents are processed and sealed in all airtight container. It is one type of method to preserving the food. In this, the food contents are processed and sealed. Okay, are sealed in a airtight container. If you observe in this picture, the airtight container preserve the food such as cheese, cherries and rasgullas are preserved by canning. These all are preserved by canning, such as cheese, cherries and rasgulla. You all know that these things. Drying. Fruits like grapes, apple and banana and some cereal grains such as wheat, oats, rice, millet are dried in a sun or heated for preservation. Fruits, grapes, apples and bananas are dried in a sun or heat up for preservation for a long period of time. And such cereals like wheat, oats, rice and millet is also dried in the sun or heats them for the preservation for a long period of time. So these all are the ways to preserve the food, such as cooling and freezing, salting, pickling, making jam, canning and drying. So now let's move ahead. The next page number, that is 34. In that fact, a cold storage is a place. What is cold storage? Cold storage is a place where crops like tomatoes, potatoes and fruits, these all three crops, tomatoes, potatoes and fruits are stored to avoid over ripening before they are sent to the market. So these three are stored in a cold storage place for long period of time until they demand in the market to avoid over ripening before they are sent to the market. So here we have completed the entire chapter number 3. So before starting question answer session, let's have a small recap that is in your page number 35. Number 1. Agriculture includes activities such as cultivating plant, rearing animals, horticulture and fishery. These all we learned in detail in the first part of this chapter. During crop cultivation, various processes like ploughing, adding manure and fertilizer, sowing, irrigation, feeding, controlling pest, harvesting, threshing, winnowing and storing harvested crops are managed by the farmer. These all things are managed by the farmer. Ploughing, adding manure and fertilizer, then sowing, and then sowing means scattered the seed in the field. Irrigation, watering the field. Weeding means cut off the wild plants. Controlling pest means they are spray the insecticide and pesticides in the field to kill the rats and other insects. Harvesting, threshing, winnowing and storing harvested crops are managed by the farmer. Number 3. There are different types of agriculture such as shifting agriculture, subsistence agriculture, commercial agriculture, plantation agriculture and mixed agriculture. These all are the different types of agriculture. Next, different types of food and cash crops are cultivated in the different region, and say there are two types of crops, food crops and cash crops. So these are cultivated in the different region and states. Next, crops are sold by farmer at wholesale markets. Crops are sold by the farmer. Where it is sold? It's sold at the wholesale market. Then greengrocery buy grains, fruits and vegetables and sell them in their shop or bring them in the carts on our doorstep. So greengrocery goes to the wholesale market. They buy the grains, fruits and vegetables. For what? For the purpose of sell to the customer. So they sell in their shop or bringing them in the cart in our doorstep. Next, last. Food items last longer when preserved. For example, here we learn the way of preserve the food. So food items last longer when preserved, for example, by canning, salting and freezing them. So here we have completed the entire chapter number 3. Let's start the discussion of question answer of this session. So take out your page number 27. 25. In that let us try question number 1. Write any two difference between ploughing by a tractor and oxen. Here we have to write the only two difference between ploughing by a tractor and oxen. So the answer is ploughing with a tractor is a modern method. So ploughing with a tractor is a modern method of farming which helps to save time and energy. With ploughing or with the help of tractor, that is a modern method, the farmer save time and energy. Whereas ploughing with the help of oxen is a male cow, so it takes more time. Working with machine is always faster than working with the help of animals. So here these are the two difference, that ploughing with tractor is a modern method while ploughing with oxen is a traditional method. Ploughing with tractor saves times and energy while Oxen takes more time, and working with machine is always faster than the working with the help of the animals. So let's move ahead the second question. Why do farmers use insecticides and pesticides? Write one disadvantage of using insecticides and pesticide. Here the question is asked, why the farmers use these both spray in their farm, and what are the disadvantage by using this spray insecticides and pesticides? So the answer is, farmer use insecticides and pesticides on crops. For what purpose? To kill harmful insects and pets like rats. So farmer use these spray to kill the insects and pests, so it get absorbed into the soil and pollutes it. So the disadvantage is these two spray are absorbed into the soil and the soil are pollutes, so it pollutes it. Let's move towards the third question, that is write T for true and F for false. Number 1, winnowing takes place before harvesting? No, this statement is false. So here we have to write F. Winnowing takes place after harvesting, not before harvesting. So here this statement is incorrect. So here you have to write F. That means false. Next, a plug is usually made of iron or wood? Yes, true. The plug is usually made up of iron or wood. Next, pesticides and insecticides are sprayed on crops for protecting them from heat. No, this statement is incorrect. Pesticides and insecticides are spread on crops for protecting the crops from the pests and other insects. So it is in this mentioned that protecting from the heat? No, it's protect from the insects and pets. So here false. This statement is false. Next, harvested crops are stored in warehouse? Yes, true. Harvested crops are stored in the warehouse. So here we have completed the question answer of first part. Let's move ahead the page number 27. In that, let us try. Number 1. Write a short note on plantation agriculture. Here we have to write the short note on plantation agriculture. So the answer is a single crop. In the plantation agriculture, only a single crop is cultivated on a large area of land, mainly for selling in the market, is called plantation agriculture. So in the plantation agriculture, only single crop is cultivated on a large area of land and then it's sell in the market. Examples: tea and coffee are the examples of plantation crop. Let's move ahead the next question, that is question number 2. Haria practices subsistence agriculture and Mahindra practices commercial agriculture. Here the question is asked, there are two persons, Haria and Mahindra. These two persons practices different types of agriculture. One is practicing subsistence agriculture and the another is practicing the commercial agriculture. In that we have to write the two differences between their agriculture practices. Here we have to write the only two differences. They are practicing the agriculture. So the answer is difference between subsistence agriculture and commercial agriculture. So here you make a table and separate both the agriculture. First is subsistence agriculture and next is commercial agriculture. In that, number 1, Crops are cultivated for the family and are not sold in the market. As we learned in the subsistence agriculture, the farmer is cultivated crop on their farm to feed themselves and their family. So they are cultivate the crops for themselves, not to sold in the market. But in the commercial agriculture, crops are cultivated on a large scale and it's to be sold in the market. In commercial agriculture, we learn that different crops are cultivated on a large scale for the purpose of sold in the market. Next, second, most of them do not use pesticide or fertilizer. Farmers are very poor because they cultivate crops for themselves and for their families. So they do not use any pesticides or fertilizer to increase the fertility of land. Okay, here number 2, insecticides and pesticides are used on a large scale. So here insecticides and pesticide, and even they adopt the modern method and modern machineries for irrigation of plant or for irrigation of their fields. Next, third, rice, barley, wheat and vegetables are cultivated. Here rice, maize and sugarcane are cultivated in the agriculture, commercial agriculture. So let's move question number 3, that is fill in the blanks. First, in dash agriculture, a single crop is cultivated on a large scale. In which agriculture a single crop is cultivated on a large scale? Plantation. Plantation agriculture, a single crop is cultivated on a large scale. Number 2, shifting agriculture is also known as zoom cultivation. What is known as zoom cultivation? Shifting agriculture is also known as zoom cultivation. In dash agriculture, after the crops are harvested, the land is abandoned to allow the growth of natural vegetation. In which type of agriculture the crops are harvested and the land is infertile to allow the growth of natural vegetation. So here shifting agriculture, in shifting agriculture. Number 4, in dash agriculture, farmers are also rear livestock. So in dash agriculture, which type of agriculture? Mixed agriculture. The farmers growing various crops as well as rearing livestock. So here we have completed the question answer session of part 2. Let's move ahead the page number 31. In that, let us try question. In that, number 1, write 2 uses of sugar cane and cotton plants. Here we have to write the 2 uses of sugar cane and cotton plants. Sugar cane is used for making sugar and jaggery. The answer is sugarcane is used for making sugar and jaggery. Sugarcane juice is healthy drink. So sugarcane juice is also a healthy drink for the peoples. Next, cotton fibers are used to make clothes. Cotton are used to make the clothes, and also oil is extracted from the cotton seed. We get oil from the cotton seed. So these 2 are the uses of sugarcane and cotton plants. Let's move ahead the question number 2. Write 1 difference between food crop and cash crop. There are 2 types of crops, food crops and cash crop. We have to write the 1 difference between the food crop and cash crop. So first one is food crop. Food crop are edible. They form the staple diet. Staple diet means a regular routine of the regional population and are grown in abundance. Abundance means a very large quantity. So food crops are edible and they form a staple diet of the regional population and grown in the abundance. Rice, wheat and maize are the some example of the food crops. The example of the food crops is rice, wheat and maize. Cash crop. Cash crop, these crops can be edible or non-edible. It is edible or non-edible. So some of these crops are used as a raw material for industry. For example, sugarcane is used as a raw material for the industry for making the sugar. They are grown to be sold in the market. Sugar, cane, cotton, tea and coffee are the some examples of cash crop. These all are the examples of cash crops. Let's move ahead the question number 3, that is tick the correct statement. Here we have to tick the statement which was correct, which is correct. So number 1, Kerala and Karnataka produce large amount of spices. Yes, these two states produce a large amount of spices. So put a tick mark. Right. Tea is grown in the Nilgiris in Tamil Nadu. Yes, true. Tea is also grown in the Nilgiris, which is in the Tamil Nadu. So put right. Spices are a food crop? No, false. It is a cash crop. So put cross. Number 4. We get jaggery from sugarcane. Yes, we get jaggery from the sugarcane. So put right. Put tick right. Let's move ahead the page number 34. In that, let us try question. In that, number 1. Name the place used for storing harvested crops. Here we have to write the name of the place where the food is harvested. The crop is harvested. So harvested crops are stored in the godowns. Where it is harvested, where it is stored, it's stored in the godown. But what is godown? A place where goods are stored. Godown is a place where goods are stored. Number 2. Describe the journey of tea from the field to your parent tea cup. Here we have to write the journey of tea from the field to your parent tea cup. So the answer is, after harvesting, tea is transport from the field. After harvesting, the tea is transport from the fields to the wholesale market. Where it is transport? It is transport to the wholesale market by tractor, bullock cart, truck, vans and trains. These all means of transport. With the help of these transport, the tea is transported to the wholesale market. After that, shopkeeper buy them from the wholesale market. After that, the shopkeeper buy from where it is buy? It is buy from the wholesale market to sell them to the customer or your parent. Your parent is also a customer who buy the product from the market. So at home, then the parent boil the mixture of milk and water, add tea leaves to it and strain it in his or her cup. After buying, the parent come at the home and then he or she boil the mixture of milk, water and add tea leaves to it and strain in his or her cup. Let's move ahead the last question, that is write T for true and F for false. Number 1. Harvested crops like grains, fruits and vegetables should be sold in the market before they rot. Yes, true. Harvested crops are sold in the market before they destroy or decay. The crops, they are sold in the market such as grains, fruits and vegetables. So here you have to write true. Next, farmers pack harvested crop and transport them from fields to wholesale vegetable market. Yes, true. Farmers pack the harvested crops and then transport to the wholesale market. So yes, true. Number 3. In a rice mill, rice grains are polished without removing the husk. No, false. First they remove the husk and then the rice grains are polished in the rice mill. So write false. This statement is incorrect. Next, last. it is just a one step process for food to reach us from the farm? No, there are many steps is to be followed to reach the food from the farm to our home. So this statement is incorrect. So write false. Here we have completed the entire chapter with question answer session. So in the next lecture we will start chapter number 4, that is the world of plants. Thank you.